That afternoon, 16 was waiting at Tidmouth Station. He didn't have any jobs to do. Just then, Wilbur arrived with the train to take to a restaurant at Orchestra Harbor. "Where are you taking that train?" asked 16. "To Orchestra Harbor," said Wilbur. "It's for a restaurant." "Can I take the train for you?" he asked. "I don't have any other jobs to do." "Well, I suppose you can," said Wilbur kindly. "I've heard that you have been doing your best to redeem yourself recently today, so I guess you can take my train." "Oh, thank you, Wilbur," said 16. Wilbur switched lines and coupled up to the train. But his driver realized something. "There isn't any coal left. We're going to need more. Why won't we try using one of the freight cars?" said 16. "I'm pretty sure it has coal in it." The driver and fireman, suspecting nothing, agreed, and they went to the freight car and took their shovel and digged out what they thought was coal inside the car. 16 then began to set off, but as he steamed away, he began to feel wheezy. "16 can't even move an inch. Driver, I can't go any further. Can we stop, please?" he called. And the driver agreed. He stopped 16 at once. As 16 stopped, he began to feel stuffed up. And with the huff and a blow, he gave a humongous sneeze. "Achoo!" he spluttered. The driver and fireman stepped out of the cab as the dust settled. Both of them and 16 were covered in smoke. The fireman then went back in the cab and took a look at what was in 16's bunker. The fireman began to sniff it. "This isn't coal," said the fireman. "It's fish seasoning." "16 was really shocked at what he heard. "What was I even thinking?" 16 thought. "Using something from a freight car which I thought was coal." When help had arrived, 16 went on to a siding out of the way, and Donald took the train to the harbor. Sir Topham had arrived on board Winston. "Never thought I'd be taking another train for another engine again," said Donald. "First Spam Can, and now 16. And he steamed away. He then stepped out and came to see what all the commotion was. "What was going on with 16? he said. The driver and fireman explained what had happened. Sir Topham Hatt then turned to 16. Wow, 16. So you took fish seasoning without knowing that it was coal inside one of the freight cars, he said. I am not surprised. Yes, sir, sighed 16. Sorry for the confusion and delay. I thought the seasoning was actually coal. No worries, 16. Mistakes like that can happen. However, I've heard about your fine efforts today, and I'm very proud of you. And since you have been working so hard on your trial, you shall get to work on the Harwick line with Ryan and Hugo. So does this mean I'm staying on the island? X16. I wouldn't have it any other way, said Sir Topham Hatt. 16 was delighted. After that, 16 now happily resides on the Harwick line as a freight engine. And the engines even began to realize that he wasn't who he used to be when he first worked at the steelworks long ago. Even the far and little western branch line engines began to trust him too. Even though 16 still has a lot to learn, he is still a really useful engine.